Welcome.
Welcome, Amanda.
Back to another episode of This Is Now Podcast.
And we're recording outside today.
We are.
It's beautiful.
So if you hear a bird chirp or any of the elements,
or a motorcycle,
right,
we is outside.
Just enjoy. We're trying to catch the last rays of these summer days.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me. 16 bars, baby.
Can you believe it's fall? Is it fall?
It is. The first day of fall was last Sunday, the 22nd.
Oh, that is. You know, it went from being just like hella hot to being like cold.
Cold.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
And it's going to be 83 degrees today.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday it was like 76.
Correct. And then by the weekend, we might hit 100 again. I said, what?
By the weekend, we're going to hit 100.
Potentially.
Again.
I'm confused. And then, you know how the mornings start out super, like, gray and foggy and
crispy.
Overcast? Yeah. And then next thing you know, 1 o'clock hit and it's like, whew, I'm burning up. I'm confused. This is why everybody's sick.
Yeah.
And if you mother truckers don't start covering your mouths, oh my gosh. Sorry. It just bothered.
You know, I was like super happy for like sweater weather. And then I'm in shorts and sandals again. I just need California to get it together. I thought Missouri weather was bipolar, but I think California got it beat.
Well, no, because California only has 2 seasons. Like,
that's
yes,
true.
It's 4 seasons, but we only really have 2. Everywhere else, you literally know your 4 seasons, and you know which one you're in. So.
In Missouri, you can get 4 seasons in a day.
Oh, really? That sounds like Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado's like that, too.
It would literally start off in the morning with rain, and then it'll just decide that it wants to start, the sun wants to come out.
Tomorrow.
And then here comes the snow.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. And that's when you count me out, when you're talking about the snow.
Dude, I kid you not. It snowed the first day of spring break when I was in college.
Wait, snow for spring break?
Snow for
that
spring
don't make
break.
Sense.
Literally, we went on spring break Friday night. We drove from Columbia, Missouri to St. Louis. If you're from St. Louis or from Missouri, Columbia, Missouri is literally 2 hours from St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. And it's, you know what's mind-blowing? Side note, we drive 2 hours just to get anywhere in California.
Girl,
in a day.
Please don't get me started.
And I'm telling you, I would do the drive back and forth to St. Louis to Columbia, but not for real. It was exhausting. And literally, I live in California now, and I drive 2 hours just for fun.
Honestly. No, for real. That's not a joke. Because you would think, like, when you talk about California, it's like, oh, San Diego's 2 hours away. Are you kidding me? I could be trying to get somewhere, and it's 2 hours away, when it really should only be 30 minutes.
When it only should be 30 minutes. And you're still in the same state.
Same state, same county. Like, upset.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
You know? But no, like, we went on spring break Saturday morning. Like, they said on the forecast that it was going to be snow. We didn't believe them.
Right.
We were like,
rain maybe, snow,
sleet,
no.
Maybe hail. Baby, when I say we woke up, sheets and blankets of snow.
That's
king
crazy.
size.
King size.
Master King, California King.
Wow.
And it snowed the whole week. And then when we went back to school for schools in session, it was so beautiful.
Of course. All of spring break.
I would never forget that. That's how I knew global warming was real.
Look.
Speaking of global warming.
Exactly what I'm about to say. Speaking of.
You know, America has failed us.
I mean, time and time again. It was never for us either, though. So.
Snaps. Yeah. You know, it's just so disgusting how Black people are treated in this country. Just because of our race. And it's no plausible cause. I don't know a lot about this case, but it's been all over my timeline. But an innocent man was executed this week. And America is not happy. And we're literally in the process of voting for a black woman who was a persecutor.
Before that, a young black man who was a truck driver was hung. So
yes, what, like 3 weeks ago? A month ago?
Pretty much now, yeah, because I think the word is just kind of spreading state by state and getting around via social media now. But yeah,
I'm so glad that you brought that up, because I didn't know if you knew. I knew, but like, I think as black people, we always know when a black person is wrongfully murdered by citizens in this country.
I think it's very hit or miss. I will say that I do. I think it's very hit or miss.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of it happening all the time, every single day, in other states, countries, everywhere that we don't know about.
You got a point.
Because it's almost, I'm not going to say normal, because there's no way that it should be normal, but it's almost so like normal that like no one makes a big hoopla about it.
Yes.
Until it's either the family goes out of their way to make a big hoopla about it, or it's something to do with like police brutality, and then all of a sudden the whole black community wants to come together and make a big hoopla about it. So it's very hit or miss. I mean, there's probably wars and all types of genocides and everything happening in like Africa and other parts of the world right now that we know nothing about and don't hear about, unless somehow your social media is triggered and algorithms enough to like be showing you that, or you know somebody personally over there. But I feel like a lot of it goes under the wraps and undercover until it doesn't. So I don't know. I think it's very hit or miss, whether you know or you don't.
That's a very valid point. I mean, think, like, seriously though, like all of the news that's happening, like you said, every single day, you know, people die minute by minute. And yeah, how could you possibly know of those people, like somebody getting murdered?
Right.
You know? So yeah.
And it's just, I mean, I was talking to a friend yesterday and he was like, and it's the realest thing, we are the most traumatized and desensitized generation ever. Like, I think we have seen so much chaos and trauma in our world, as far as just like 9/11 that happened when most of us were like in elementary school or sometime. Then there was like Hurricane Katrina, there was other wars and bombs and this and that, and like, you know, like we've just seen so much and gone through so much trauma. But because we've gone through so much trauma in these generations, it's almost like we're desensitized, and we shouldn't be. Like, how are you okay after all of that? Everybody should be in therapy. Like, how are you okay after that? But we almost are. We're like, okay, well, it happened. Another day in America. Yeah. Let's just keep going because we have no choice. Like, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, like, that's crazy that you said that, because I was talking to someone last week and was like, wait, it's September. So 9/11 just came and went. Like nothing. And I was in school in my little 4th grade desk or 5th grade desk, just minding my own little 9-year-old business.
Correct.
And next thing I know, we were hearing that our country was under attack. And now to be a grown-up and you hear all these things about what happened, what could have happened, what seemed like it happened, you don't know what to think.
Exactly. And I remember being a kid at that time too, and I think I was in 2nd grade, so like I was super young, but still able to realize like what was going on and that it was crazy and traumatic. And I remember being afraid because it was like, you know, they targeted a city that had very large and tall buildings, and even though I was only in 2nd grade and had never like been to like downtown LA or hung out in downtown LA like that, I knew enough to know that LA was the next city that also had large, tall buildings. And I was like, so does that make us a target? Like, if things kept going, does that make us a target?
Yeah.
And, like, that's crazy and scary to think as a kid that, like, yo, my city could be next if this keeps going. Like, what?
And I mean, I lived in a city not as big as LA, but that's how I felt. And that's the way that it was presented to us. Also, like, if this could happen in such a large city like New York with all of this access to technology and military equipment, like, how in the hell our little city St. Louis is going to protect themselves if somebody decides to come and run into the damn Edward Jones Dome or something, you know, something so monumental in our city, you know. And so it was very scary. And now to just be in 2024 and we're literally entering probably one of the greatest wars that we're going to have in our time. World War III is going to be crazy.
Are we going to get to World War III?
I mean,
I don't know. Something is coming. I mean, history repeats itself. That's the one thing. History definitely repeats itself. Outside of just the system failing black people, it's also been a lot of CEOs of very large companies stepping down lately.
Yes.
And every time that happens, that
Did you
also
hear about 23andMe?
Very much means something. No.
So,
but that means something. So it's like,
all of the investors and all of the like CEOs of 23andMe resigned.
Yeah, something is coming. Like, the economy is about to take the craziest downturn I think we've ever seen. I mean, we've ever seen in our time. Yeah, of our generation. Like, it's about to get wild. It's gonna get wild. And I definitely always think that it gets worse before it gets better. And that's unfortunate because things already feel extremely crazy and rough for a lot of people. So it's like, that's not like very great to think about because it's like, dang, how much crazier could it get? But the world is insane. Like, we're hijacking buses. There's smash and grabs every 2 seconds. People are just choosing violence to just wake up and choose violence. Like,
running into stores and taking racks.
It's insane.
I mean, they're just doing all of the things.
We're already living in a Hunger Games society.
Yeah, no, seriously. And to make you just a little bit more anxious, the United Nations, they have a policy in place, and I believe they're going to be ruling on that policy this weekend to change to change some of our rights in our Constitution. Well, not even change our Constitution, but like completely like dismantle our Constitution. So that means our rights as citizens and the Constitution as we know it. If the Republicans have said, Democrats have basically sold us out to China, and they're like, yeah, United Nations, you can rule America, go for it. I don't know. I don't
feel like that's accurate.
And that's what I said, you know. And then literally I posted I said I feel like this is a bait and switch because wasn't Trump in cahoots with China, or was it Russia?
Isn't it the same? Of both. It's a little of both, but I definitely think he's closer to Russia, and I think he would let them do whatever they want. Honestly, he would let them do whatever they want. And that's what I thought.
And the argument was, in order for our Constitution to remain intact and to not basically give up our fucking freedom, is to vote for Donald Trump. Because the Biden and Harris,
girl,
because Biden and Harris have sold us out to China. And I was like, what? And they had like 9 people going on up to the podium and like literally pleading and telling people that this is going to happen. And I said, now, wouldn't it be funny for this to be inaccurate information and it's a bait and switch?
In either way, it's it's giving very damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's what this election is giving, damn if you do, damn if you don't. I definitely don't believe that. I feel like that is inaccurate information, but you never know. I mean, look, what is it? Project 25. What's the project?
Project 2025.
Yes, like look, that in itself is chaotic. So
no, and that's what I'm saying. I said to myself, I said, it's crazy because just about a month ago, everybody was talking about Project 2025 and how that was Trump's administration who were pushing it. And now here it is. They're saying the Democrats are supporting the UN and the World Health Organization to take away our fucking rights. So who are you going to believe? I'm walking with God.
Correct.
I don't know.
I mean, it's real. That's really it. I vote Jesus for president. Because it's ridiculous. I don't know. Like, it's really damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. There's just no way I'm voting for Donald Trump. Like, point blank.
There is absolutely no freaking way I'm going to vote for that man.
And I don't even care about what party you stand with. I just, as a human being, cannot understand how you can watch this human being. Let me be nice, because I was sure about to say something else. I don't understand,
motherfucker. How can you watch this orange, tangerine, booty hole ass looking motherfucker?
I don't understand how you can watch and listen to anyone who sounds, who acts, who treats people the way he does, and in good conscience put him in charge of an entire country. That just doesn't make sense to me. And I feel like anybody who does, I don't care what party you stand with, what you were raised on, as a supposed full brain functioning human being, I do not understand. As a full functioning, supposed to got all your brain cells human being, I don't know how you can look at him and be like, yes, I'm voting for him, I'm standing with him. I agree. I don't get it. Now, granted, I've always said, like, realistically, I don't know what he stands for, what necessarily his policies that he has, what he's good with and bad about. And, like, same thing for Kamala at this point. I'm like, bruh, y'all have spent so much time, one attacking and then the other trying to, like, defend and also just be like, yo, you're not going to disrespect me, that I have no idea what either one of you actually stand for or what you're going to do for this country. But at the same time, I just know as a full functioning human being with brain cells in my head, there's no way I can vote for an imbecile like that man and live with myself. Because,
did you watch the debate?
Are you crazy? Yeah, I watched it.
That man said,
I was irritated the whole time. I said, this is a joke and a waste of our 2 hours of life.
Girl,
we will never get this time back.
I told them, please turn it off. When she was trying to defend abortion, and that man said, oh, so that means if you want to get an abortion, you can get an abortion at 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, maybe after birth. Now, sir, if you do not know that you cannot have an abortion unless it is doctored, prescribed, and ordered after 6 months of pregnancy, which it now is like you're giving birth. It's a stillborn, you're giving birth. Maybe it's literally going to harm you. Mm-hmm. It's illegal. And also, they are not about to let you. How the fuck do you have an abortion after birth? Tell me that.
You can't.
You already gave birth. You just had the baby.
This is how I know that's a man.
He is a dumbass.
That's how I know.
But they're both dumb.
Man.
And I agree. And her neck scared me.
Her neck? What?
We got to get off this topic.
Okay, I'm confused.
Her neck.
We'll have a sidebar.
It looked like a turkey neck.
What?
That's all
okay.
Bye. I just was like, what is going on with her neck? And I don't trust her neck, so I can't trust her.
I'm exiting the conversation.
I'm just playing.
And thanks for joining us on another episode. You get one podcast host because I'm out on that one.
No, please. Anywho, y'all know we like to talk about a lot of stuff, so we just had to kind of get that off our chests because we're living in this, country also. Even though me and Amanda, we really live our lives like we don't. fraternize. But we're affected by the things that are happening in this country. But in order to keep ourselves sane, we like to pretend like this shit don't faze us.
Correct.
So, you know, we just wanted to put that out there for y'all.
Correct.
But like I said, we ain't come here to talk about that shit today. So I'm gonna just break the room, break the ice, and just start over with an affirmation for today. Because I feel like, you know, we need to change it up.
Bring us back.
We need to bring us back, you know. But September was pretty good to me, you know, and I'm so grateful. I'm living in a lot of gratitude.
September was good to me. Not even kids to humble me.
You see what I deal with on a regular basis. But it was good to me, and you know, I'm grateful. And I'm always out here inspiring others, you know. So I feel like this affirmation, it's not so much about me, but it shows for like my humanitarianism. Is that a word?
I sure was thinking that, but that's not my business.
But anywho, the affirmation is, whatever I want to receive, I start with giving first. Whatever I want to receive, I start with giving first. And
I like that.
You know, because sometimes you have to give something to get something. Mm-hmm. And whether it's that your time, whether that be your money, whether that be your advice, whatever it is, you have to give back in order to receive.
That's real.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do. I mean, it's just like in business, they be like, scared money don't make money.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's, you know, it is. It really is. And I mean, even the Bible says that it's better to give than it is to receive.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been helping a lot of people lately. I literally, you know, people come up to me like, oh, I want to have a business, or oh, I want to be a wardrobe stylist, or oh, I want to move out of town from where I'm from. All of those things are things that I did or am doing. Mm-hmm. And so I just give straight up, genuine feedback.
Straight up, not timid.
You see what you see what I'm dealing with right here?
I can't help it. I'm a jukebox. No, but that's real, and people do need that, because especially in a time like this where it seems almost impossible to do a lot of things, you need to have the examples, and people like you need to use like their voice, their platform, to be like, yo, it might not be easy. It's definitely not, but you can do it. And just like keeping it real, because I think that was one of my biggest things that bothered me about, or that still does bother me about a lot of people who are out here that are like coaches and this and that. I feel like, yes, they give you the truth, but there's a little bit of fluff, because they be leaving out
a little bit of fluff.
They be leaving out
just a little bit. It's a lot of fluff,
I'm trying
Amanda.
to be nice.
Fuck that.
I'm trying.
When have you ever been nice?
You know what? It's occasional. It's real occasional. Yeah, go talk to Kay, because I'm not the nice one. I don't feel like it. I don't want to be bothered.
Amanda don't be sugarcoating nothing, so I don't know what she's talking about being nice. But you know, continue.
Yeah, they don't really like tell you. You know, like they don't tell you how hard it was. They don't tell you how long it really took. They don't tell you if they had to go absolutely broke and take out. Like, they don't really tell you.
But would
they
it
just
matter?
sell you the dream.
Would it matter?
I mean, yes and no. Like, no, because like I get the point. It's like either way, all you have to do is follow the plan, and if you follow the plan and have a system, you can make it happen. But at the same time, I think that yes, also, because there's a lot of people, I mean, much like our last episode, you can get in your head about it. And it's like, is it for me? Like, am I just the problem? Like, maybe like this just wasn't for me. Maybe because I don't have the certain degree, it didn't work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for
so
sure.
You do. So to know that like someone maybe started just like you, absolutely did not have the degree, maybe didn't even go to college, whatever, like this wasn't their plan. They tried something else and then happened to like be like, I'm gonna follow my passion, and did this, and now they're making it. That would be great to know. Like, yes, because it's more gives some inspiration, gives you some hope to carry on if you ain't got that strength on your own to carry on.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, like everything, energy and time repeats itself. History repeats itself. So like you could literally be in the exact identical situation to someone, and it could
still play out differently.
Yeah, they could be, or they could have been in a situation that you are in currently, and they have a different outcome where you would be, in your mind, you would probably think there's no way out, but there is, you know. But also, with that being said, it's like, it's kind of like one of those things, like it's kind of like when you a kid and you want to be an adult, and your parents be like, no you don't,
trust me,
you ain't ready,
right?
So it's like, I'm telling you the truth, but your ass is still want to go drive, you still want to go get a job, because as soon as you start working, you ain't gonna never stop working. That's what I always was told, and it's true. I ain't never stopped working. You know, but I feel like, yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I'm here for it. Look, we need both sides of the coin.
I'm just here playing devil's advocate.
We need both sides of the coin.
I love your Love Vibes hat.
Thank you.
It's so cute.
I appreciate it. My back, we in the elements, baby. My back is burning up. This big back burning up.
Amanda, you do not have a big back. We're gonna get her out the sun.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
No, we're gonna literally get you out the sun. How was your September, Amanda?
September, these months are going by so fast. When I say that it's all a blur, I really mean it's all a blur. I don't remember. I'm like, you know how I'm gonna know how my September went? Let me look at my calendar. Like, how was September?
I thought you was gonna say, let me look at my bank account.
No. September was busy. September was definitely a working month. Yeah, we worked a lot this month.
That's good.
It was busy. It was also kind of stressful. It was kind of emotional. And yeah.
What made it so emotional though?
I don't know. I guess it's just certain like things and realizations and growing. And with that, it's like sometimes that means there's certain things, people you got to let go. There's certain dreams that not necessarily die, but it's like maybe that wasn't the dream, or you got to alter it, and then that can look different and also be scary. And so all of that can just bring crazy amounts of emotion. So like thinking about all of that and trying to work through it, it's like, all right, yep.
Do you feel like you had to alter some of your dreams to make them more of a reality this month?
I don't know. I think it was more letting some of the dreams go, because there's like a realization that I don't have the resources or the time that's really needed to make them a reality, if that makes sense. Like, so even with the bucket hats, like I have the bucket hats, but there's so much that like I need and want to do in order to promote them and market them and make sure that they're like constantly kind of like in the scene or in people's face, and like I don't have the time for that right now, and I also don't have like the resources to do all that, between the money, the models, the this, the that. Like I don't have all of that. It's just certain things. It's like I see it one way, and like once I have the vision, I want to put, I want to like work on the vision. But when there's so many like hurdles and roadblocks, it's like, okay, well, let me just focus on what I can do right now, which then means sometimes it just takes a whole back seat and like sits there. So, but it's like that also sucks. So it just is what it is. You gotta balance.
Keyword, like you said, balance. No, I think you're absolutely right. As business owners, like we have to transition a lot and be okay with change a lot. And I do feel like we have to alter your dreams or your goals to make them a reality, because the way you envision it when you first like open your business or receive your products, and how you think about it going compared to how it actually goes, can definitely make you feel, how do you say, unsuccessful.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
for a lack of better words.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for a lack of better word, unsuccessful.
Definitely.
You know? But it's good. You know, you've been busy. I've been pretty busy too this month. Yeah, it's been a good September though. Like I said, this month has been filled with gratitude. My family has been going through a lot of ailments with their health, and it's been very like exhausting. But this month it's been okay. You know, I had some unfortunate shit happen with my car, but I got that taken care of. It was a grateful month, and I'm super like excited for this new season to start. This fall season. I don't really have anything on my calendar as of late to like really say what I'm going to be doing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to look pretty similar to this month. But this month has been full of gratitude, and I'm grateful for that, because I really just kind of look back on some of the things that I've done, especially since now taking my wardrobe career seriously, and I've done so many projects.
Facts.
Like,
so
I've been
fire.
so busy, and I'm elated to be busy, to be actually like doing something that I absolutely love to do. And I'm helping other people do it too, so that just makes my heart smile.
Yeah, I love that. And it's beautiful to see. I'd be like, yes, another one.
And another one.
Yes.
Another one. Period.
Yes.
No, and I got like some really good like kudos from people that's been in the business for a long time. I've been doing way more projects by myself lately. I'm literally on my 3rd publication in a magazine.
Okay.
All 3 I was an assist on. However, I was the lead wardrobe stylist on set. Even
Fire.
though I was an assistant
Right.
to the lead stylist, I was lead stylist on set. So making the decisions, making the calls. Even if I was told to do one thing, we all know when your boss is not around, shit hit the fan. So you got to make a decision. You got to make a choice. And so, yeah, making creative choices on the fly. I just finished my 4th movie this year.
Hey.
And I've ran the set for all 4 of them.
That's fire.
And been costume lead on all of them. Costume lead on 3. And so I am like, I'm elated and I'm grateful. I'm ready. Now I'm just ready for my bank account.
Right.
To catch
To
the
match
fuck up.
all of it. Yep, exactly. I feel that. But it's coming. It's definitely coming. And sometimes it just takes making yourself available for it to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and you're available and you're already doing it. So now, it'll just...
Yeah. It'll happen.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the affirmation last time? I am open and ready to receive new streams of income. Was that it? No, I think, but that is a good one.
Right, that is a good one.
That is a good one. That wasn't it.
That is not what it was.
It wasn't, but that is also a good one, and I say it daily, frequently. I am open and ready to receive new streams of income. That was the one I started the season off with.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Full circle. Yeah, exactly. I love it. So, rolling into quarter 4.
Quarter 4.
It's fall season. It's quarter 4. What are you thinking? What are the plans? How are we moving?
Amanda, I just wrote in my journal about quarter 4. And I said something that was kind of influential, and it hit home. It's like hit a nerve. Every quarter 4, I do the same thing. Whatever I didn't get to do in 1, 2, and 3, I try to like pack it all in, right? Because it's the last quarter. You want to end with a bang. All of the holiday seasons are like boom, boom, boom. You got 3 of the most important holiday seasons in America right behind each other, which is a huge opportunity for any business owner, small,
Correct.
big, or large, super large business,
Correct.
to make a huge impact on their target audience. And all that sounds fun and great and dandy. But also, with that being said, I'm learning that, like, my business is going to do what it's going to do, and in the time that I have, I can, like, put the effort, and I could do this and I could do that. Honestly, for quarter 4, what I expect to do is be better than last quarter 4. That's all I'm saying, because
I love that.
I would start the planning and the this and the that and the this and the that, and then everything is going good for about a week or two, and then boom, something happens. I got a project, or I got this, I got that, like, I got all this shit going on.
Yep.
I got 2 family members that are in the hospital, that are not doing very, like, they're doing okay, but, like, they're on watch. It's just, like, a lot of stuff going on. We got 2 buffoons that are trying to run for president. That's very taxing and stressful to the people in the world. The economy is shot to shit. I'm still looking for a job.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to implement the tools that I have and the things that I know to make this quarter 4 better than last quarter 4. If that means making $1,000 more, that'll make me happy.
I love that. And that's all you can really, do, hope, wish, pray for, is that these people that you can do better than last time, that you just take it up another level, take it up another notch, do better than last season, last quarter, whatever. So I love that.
Thank you.
Because it's also not added pressure and stress on yourself.
Exactly.
To then turn around and beat yourself up later on if you don't
make it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
No, yeah.
I love that.
1,000%. What about you? Come on, Love Vibes Bucket Hats. I'm trying to
so funny.
See what that's like.
I don't know. I'm very much one of those people, if I can't do it, quote unquote, right. So the way that, like, I envision it, the way that I want to do it, if it's not going to be right, then I just don't want to do it at all.
Yeah.
That's very much me. So it's either all or nothing. And that can be a little toxic and a little detrimental to and it can be a little detrimental to myself and my business. So it's kind of like fighting that, and figuring out what I can do with what I got, and, like, operating in the mindset of all I have is all I need, and just make that work for me. But also just, like, setting out new, I don't want to say a new plan, but yes, like, new plans and new focus, because there's just a level of discipline that I'm trying to build around certain things and areas in my life. So I'm just, like, moving, basically trying to set a new plan per se, and I don't know, I guess just move in, like, a healthier direction. And so I don't know what quarter 4 holds. It holds work.
More possibilities.
Yeah.
Opportunities.
Realistically, being open for opportunities, not standing in, like, my own way, and just going for it, because I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So
that's the perfect way to sum up that. No, even when you said, I'm one of those people that if I can't do it right, I don't want to do it at all. But then you just turned around and said, like, you're open to all the opportunities, and however it goes, it goes. And so that just shows that even though you have a desire to want things to be one way, you're open to accepting what God has in store for you, even if it doesn't look like what you thought it would.
Facts. Absolutely. And I'm pushing myself this quarter to be more, I guess you could say, like, open or vulnerable, transparent, whichever word you want to use, with, like, audiences, only because, one, I feel like I had an article in Shout Out LA, I have an article in Shout Out LA, but also I have one in, like, Voyage LA now, right? And so it's like, those are opportunities to, like, tell my story and let people know who I am. Yes. But also, like, we don't have a lot of big readers anymore. Like, people don't read the way they used to. So sometimes you have to show up, So just trying to do that. And just finish strong. That's what I think. Like,
exactly.
At the end of the day,
whatever that means to you.
Exactly.
Whatever that means to Love Vibes. Whatever that means for everyday people. Whatever that means to This Is Now podcast. We are just finishing strong.
Correct.
You know, I feel okay with that because I was beating myself up for resting this week, like for real, like resting. And I said, and in my journal, which
Girl,
my
I almost
therapist
beat somebody up because I needed to rest this weekend. They almost got these hands, baby.
Y'all, Amanda worked how many hours?
In the one day or
Yes.
all the day?
No, that one day.
16 point something. Like
She worked like 16 hours.
hours.
This
yeah.
week she already worked. It's only Thursday. How many hours you work?
This week, no.
Well, you was out yesterday.
I said no.
You
This
cut
week
it.
I'm not dealing with y'all. 8.
Well, she worked a lot this week. So yeah, like, busy. You know what I do hope to happen in Q4 though? I hope me and Amanda can do some more like creative projects together.
True.
We've been talking
never
about
done
doing
one.
some test shoots
Right.
because we're both trying to build our portfolios.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about doing some test shoots. And yeah, I hope we get to do some of that, and maybe we can also like venue together and sell our products together for one of these little
that's true.
pop-up things.
You could definitely see what the requirements are for a vendor.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. It could be a good time.
Bet.
So, heard.
Heard.
All right. So on that note, I'll leave you guys with a scripture.
She ain't playing with y'all. Yeah, she just dropped it. She
What?
said, "Yeah, now that conversation is over. Scripture time."
I mean, because we're talking about like Q4, right, and moving into a new season, all the things, and so
Absolutely.
the scripture that comes to mind is Luke. Sorry, y'all, I just got bit by a mosquito. Like the elements, baby. I can't like
Because we buy the grass and
right.
the trees
I'm
and
like,
the birds
my
and the
ankle
bees.
is itching. Luke 14 verse 28 through 29, or maybe 28 through 30. It says, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, 'This person began to build and wasn't able to finish.'" So I say and use that scripture just with the thought and intention of, as you're moving into Q4, move with intention. So realistically, it doesn't necessarily matter what people say, because at the end of the day, like, it's your life. They can't walk a mile in your shoes, and they don't know your situation. So it's not even so it's not even so much what other people say, but just realistically, it's to have a plan, to move in purpose, to move with discipline, and know what you're going for. I feel like you can't hit a target if there's no aim, so because what are you aiming for? So that is just a thought as you move forward into Q4, into new seasons of your life. As we move into new seasons, let's sit down and assess the things before we build. And so that's all I gotta say. I gotta go deal with this mosquito bite, baby.
I love that. That is a beautiful scripture to end out the podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to the only podcast where you can get affirmations, scripture.
I have nothing else to say.
Goodbye.
See you next time.